Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Diamond. I am a mom of 4 and we live in a 3-bedroom apartment. So today I'm going to be showing you my bathroom makeover, and this is renter friendly. Also, there will be some things in here that are not so rental friendly but have been confirmed with my apartment manager that we could go ahead and get done in this video for you today. So let's just go ahead and get started by clearing everything out of the bathroom, and then I will also be cleaning under the cabinets because you'll see here in a minute that it looked very bad, and I wanted to go ahead and clean that since I was going to be switching out the little thing that's at the bottom of there, because it was old and it had been in there since before we moved in, but I am just now taking it out and trying to switch it. So this is going to be packed full of cleaning, full of motivation, and full of ideas if you are also looking to do a makeover in your renter space, or even if you are owning your own home. This is also something that you can do if you don't want it to be so permanent. So the first project that we did in this bathroom was staining the vanity, and we didn't go crazy because, like I said, this is an apartment, and even though we got the okay to do so, I didn't want to do anything too crazy. Plus, I really just love the idea of going with a darker wood tone, and so that's what we did. We actually used the wood stain in the shade Carrington is what it's called, and the brand that we use is supposed to have it dry within 1 hour, and it actually did dry within that 1 hour. I think I went back over it again a little bit because, as you'll see here in a minute, I actually had some trouble with well, I'll just say it, I did not know what I was doing since this was my first time doing it. Yeah, I just forgot a few steps there, and I didn't read the instructions on the can or anything. But what you do want to do before you even start putting the stain on there is you want to give everything a good wipe down. Make sure that it's clean, because if there is stuff on there, then the wood stain is not going to look good once you start applying it. So I gave everything a good wipe down, and also make sure that it is completely dry before you start applying the stain. So as you can see here, it's not very thick like I thought it was going to be, and immediately I was questioning, like, did I just make a mistake? Like, what is this? Is it supposed to look like this? And I was like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to just wipe it off, but I realized it was just not doing what I thought it was supposed to be doing. And so I ended up just getting this pencil. That's all I had, you guys. And stirring up the bottom, and then I started applying it to the other drawer, or the door here. And honestly, toward the end of me getting done with this, especially when I went back in to the bathroom and did the vanity while these were drying, I did not even use the brush at all because I thought that it was getting too dark and that I wasn't getting it all wiped off good enough. And so I really just started applying it with just a paper towel, which I wish I had a towel, but the paper towel worked good too. And I'm not even going to tell you how many paper towels I went through doing this project. So once I was done, I went ahead and let it sit and start drying. And although I was still questioning a little bit, I trusted the process. And once I got to put them back on all together, it really did look good, and I was very satisfied with this color that we had chosen to go on here. And then I just wanted to go ahead and check out these handles that I bought. These came from Amazon, and I will leave a link down below if you're interested. I actually bought them in a 3-pack. I got 2 handles and the other one was a knob. And at first I thought these were going to be too small, and we had to drill other holes in there. So that middle hole, we didn't even buy anything to fill that up, which was mistake number 2. And we just ended up leaving it since the handle was going to cover it up anyways, and you really can't even tell once you're standing in front of it. But we also had some issues with putting these drawers back on, because the little things that are on the side right there for you to slide them in and out, they were not the same on one of the drawers. Like, they were both different, and so it makes that drawer kind of lean a little bit, and it's hard to open and close it. And so whoever originally put this together did not do a very good job. I don't know if they ran out of what they needed or they were rushing through, but we had a time trying to get these back on there and get new holes in there for the handles. So this is kind of the finished product without the handles on there, because like I said, we had trouble getting holes in there. But I am very satisfied with how it looks. It looks very good, and the next thing that we were going to be doing, I knew it was going to all look great once it came together at the end. Alright, so this is a few days later, and what I'm doing right now is just trying to get the bathroom cleared out, because what I'm about to get ready to do is paint the walls. We chose this shade of white. It's called Weathered White, and we wanted to paint the walls because, as you see here, or if you can even tell, all of the walls in this apartment are like this tan color, and we did not really like the color of the walls. So yeah, we decided to change it. We wanted to paint everywhere, but I decided we'll just do the bathroom first to see how it looks, and if it looks okay, then we might paint the rest of the apartment. And although this is not rental friendly, we did confirm with our landlord and ask him if it was okay for us to temporarily paint, and he said it was okay. So if you do decide you want to paint, just make sure you check with your landlord or apartment manager, whoever that you need to check with, to make sure that you don't go and buy that and then you can't even use it, or you go and do it and you're fined or whatever once you get ready to move out. But like I said, right now I'm just going to clear out everything. I don't even know if we're going to even be putting this back in here, because what I want to do above the toilet is 2 shelves, either floating shelves or the other ones you have to use with the brackets on there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and hopefully it won't take until tomorrow for it to dry, but we'll see. And yeah, and the paint that we chose, I hope it's a good brand, because as you can see right here, when we shower, the walls sweat really badly, and that's like normal. But the thing is, the paint also just comes off with it, and so it's just brown and it's ugly and it looks nasty. And I'm just ready for that to be a thing of the past for the rest of the time that we are here. So we decided to go with the shade Weathered White by Glidin, and we did get it in satin. Now this is a one coat paint with primer in it. So yeah, I thought that I was gonna need just the one coat, but I actually went in and did a second coat. But that's just because I think the first time I went through, I just thinned it out too much. But I just continued on so that I can go ahead and get the whole room, and then I waited for it to dry, and I just went back over it again, which also it did not take that long for it to dry either. It took maybe like an hour for it to dry, and then I went back in and went over it. And that second time going over it, it took me not even like 20 minutes to do that, just because it did cover the majority the first time around. I just wanted to make sure that the coat was very even throughout the room. But we're also going to be looking into changing the bulbs out, because this did open the room up and it made it feel a little bit bigger. So we also want to make sure that the lighting matches what the environment that we are going for in here. And so I'm very satisfied with the way that it turned out. So this video does not contain the whole decorating process that went into my bathroom, but I wanted to go ahead and just include the shower curtain that I found at Amazon, and it is all white, and when I put it up, it just made the room feel even bigger. And although I like it, I'm still not going to keep it up because I realize it is just too much white. But on to the next project. We have the peel and stick flooring tiles that I also bought from Amazon. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start by putting it down, because I wanted to make sure that I even liked it in here. I don't know what I was thinking going with a mostly white tile, knowing that I was gonna have white walls, but I guess I wanted it to match more so with the vanity, which is why with the vanity I just went with that darker wood tone. But anywho, I'm just starting with the whole pieces, and that's what you want to do first, is put the whole pieces down and then go back in at the end and fill in any spots that are still uncovered, and do all of your cutting after you've got all the whole pieces down. So this is where I reached a point where it was time for me to go ahead and start cutting them down to finish up. And it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but just to be on the safe side, I did buy 3 boxes of these tiles, and each box came with 10 tiles in it. I wanted to make sure that I had enough to where if I made a mistake when it came to cutting, that I had enough to redo it. But all I did was put it up against the space where it was going to be going. I made a slight cut, and then I used this other little piece that I had already cut off as a marker, just to make sure that I got a straight line. And I was actually surprised that I did cut it correctly and it fit perfectly this first time. And then all you have to do is bend it both ways, and then that piece will snap right off. And yeah, like I said, this fit perfectly, so I just continue to do this all the way around. There are a few places where I did cut too much off, and just because I didn't feel like starting that piece over, you can't really even tell. Like right here, around the front of the toilet, I did cut a little bit too much at the end, but you can't even really tell unless you know exactly where to look. But I just continued to do this until I was finished with this entire bathroom. So here's a quick reminder of how this bathroom looked before, and then I will show you what it looks after. I am very, very happy with all of the choices I made in here. There will be more projects coming up on my channel, so if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. You don't want to miss out on all of the projects that I have coming up. But thank you for watching today's video. I will see you in my next one.